Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. We're in my kitchen today because I'm gonna be changing shoes. I have a few pairs of shoes that I want to work with. I think I'm gonna have something done to 3 pairs, but I know for sure at least 2. So the first one, I'm gonna be dyeing some shoes red, this color right here. I got this from Hobby Lobby. It's called Scarlet. And I'm gonna be dyeing these shoes. Sorry, Kelly and Kate. Is it Kelly and Kate? Kelly and Katie. I always get that name wrong. I got these from DSW several years ago, and I have not really worn them. I think I wore them like once or twice, but I just want to try something else. So I need red shoes. So I figure I have shoes. I now have red dye. Let's try to combine these two and make a pair of shoes that I'll actually wear. Because what's the point of buying red shoes if I can make red shoes? And if something goes wrong, I'll get rid of them just like I was going to get rid of them anyway. So come along with me if you want to see what these are going to look like. And then the other ones I'll show as we get there. So right now I have a pot of water right here. This is my pot that I use for dyeing things. I cook clothes in this pot. I dyed a suit for my son. I actually need to do an update on that dye. It didn't take that great on the first try, so I'm gonna do that again, and I might show it, who knows. And then I just dyed a hat. I tried to make it yellow. It came out orange. I used golden yellow, like a darker yellow. It came out so orange. So let's just see what this is gonna look like. And as you can see, there's patterns all over these shoes. Floral pattern. And I'm just gonna sit this right in this pot of water once it gets hot with the dye in it, and we're gonna see what happens. So it recommends that you wash the fabric first, obviously. Well, not obvious, but I'm not gonna wash these first. I'm just gonna dunk them in the water and let them kind of sit in there, and then I will take them out, add the dye, put the shoes back in. I've never done this before, and I'm assuming this is cotton. This is cotton dye. It's for cotton, wool, nylon, and more. But I know the other dye is for polyester, so I don't really know what this fabric is, but it's definitely a fabric. Something is telling me that this is probably not cotton. It probably is a polyester, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay, so let me show you inside the pot, and all I have to do is I'm gonna add a little bit of dish detergent like the directions say, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of vinegar. That's what it says to do for some of the blends. So, or salt. Is it salt or cotton? I don't even know. It depends on what it's made out of. I think I'll put a little salt and a little vinegar, because why not? All right, let's get to this. I think it's hot enough to get started. Adding some salt. Dip the shoes in first, so we can let the fabric get a little bit, you know. I don't cook food in this pot. Just want to say that one more time. This is for cooking clothes only. And a little bit of dish detergent. Stir that up and let it get hotter. Now I'm gonna just pour this whole thing in because I want these to be dark red, as dark as they can be. So let's just use all of it, right? Stir it up. And let's dunk them in. See what they'll do. Okay, it's already in there, so let's just push them on down. Okay, I'm gonna take it out now. It hasn't been long, but I don't know what else I can do, so I don't want the inside to get too messed up. So let me just swirl it around a little bit and take them out. I do not know if this is gonna stain the tub, but this tub is what we use for like whatever. So this is what they look like now. Am I gonna wear them any more than I would have before? I can't tell. I'm gonna let these dry and see what will be next. The next pair of shoes I'm gonna be working with are these. I showed these before because in my thrift haul, these are one of my favorite pairs of shoes. These are Crown Vintage, and I said I wanted to repaint the leather and see how it goes. So I'm just gonna take the laces out. I'm gonna sand down all the leather that is already starting to peel off, or whatever it is. It's not leather, obviously, but it's destroyed my shoes. And I wanna try to salvage these as much as I can. So I'm gonna remove the laces, smooth down this peeling stuff with the sandpaper, 60 grit sandpaper. Yep, and one of my gloves is on backwards because I can't find the other one. So here they are, beat down. And I'm gonna use this. I have this sanding block, and I'm just gonna use this to wrap around it and sand it down and then paint them. I'm not gonna sand it all the way down. I'm just gonna get the parts that are lifted. I don't know if the color is going to match enough to go with the laces, but I'm going to see what it looks like. These are the paints I'm working with. Acrylic leather paint. This one, as you can see, is dark taupe. And this one is called English tan. And I'm trying to get close to this, almost like a deep brownish orangey color. So I thought I should mix these together. This is kind of like the color I want, but it's a little on the dark side. So I'm just gonna add this to it, and I'm gonna mix it inside this to try to come up with a good color. And whatever color it comes out to be, that's what I'm gonna use. Let me try to give you a good look at what this color looks like, because I don't think the camera is not really picking it up that great. See, it's like a dark brownish orangish red, and this is the taupe. So I'm gonna mix them together now and see what it comes out to be. And I need to make sure it's enough for both shoes, because I can't mix it again. You know, once it's mixed, that's gonna be it. it looks pretty close. It doesn't even have to be perfect. I just need it to be enough. I think a little more. I feel like I probably should have started with the orange and added the taupe. Here they are after I painted them. They're still drying. I feel like the color that I mixed was perfect. So they're obviously not leathery, but I love this like old beat down look in a way. Like they look old and like boots. They remind me of like boots. So I'm feeling it. I like it. And the color, the fact that the color matches so good. It's so good. I did like almost pretty much like 2 coats because I didn't let it fully dry. I just went over it again. But I'm probably going to go over it one more time when it's fully dry. There's parts inside here that I didn't even get all the way. I don't even know if I will. We shall see. I'll do one more coat and see. This is what the shoes are looking like after several days sitting outside drying. They are fully dry. And while they are dyed, this is not what I'm looking for. I knew it wasn't going to cover over all the flowers. I kind of thought it would get darker than this so you could see kind of like the shape of the flowers through the red, but I thought it would be a lot darker. So I'm gonna try something else. I have some red spray paint. Yay. And I'm gonna spray paint these shoes. It's apple red. It's so bright, and it's from Home Depot, Rust-Oleum. And because these shoes were headed out the door anyway, I don't mind just experimenting with them. So let's try some red spray paint. Apple red. And I wanted to find this in a matte, but they didn't have it, so I had to get satin. That's the closest I could get to just a plain. I didn't want any shine to it. And begin. I have another pair of shoes now because I've always wanted like a turquoise, like a teal shoe, kinda teal. Yeah, this is teal, a lighter version. And I have a pair in my Amazon cart that has been in there for almost a year, and they're like $50. And I'm nervous to buy them because I don't know how much wear I'm gonna get out of them. And I'm like, $50 for a shoe I don't know. I kind of like them, but I'm not sure. So I decided I'm going to spray paint them. I had this spray paint. There's only a tiny bit in this one, but this one feels full, and I'm going to, hopefully it's good because I'm not sure. Yeah, it should be fine. I'm going to spray this onto these black shoes. These are another pair of Kelly and Katie shoes. I love these shoes actually, but they were in my trunk, headed to the Goodwill. And when I went in the trunk to look for something else, they had fallen out of the bag and they got all crushed. So the reason I was going to replace them is because they're a little bit scuffed up. So I have replaced them since with a few pair of black shoes now. And these have been in the trunk waiting for the Goodwill. And because they got all crushed, this one got bent up, I just put them on and walked around in them to stretch them back out. But I am going to paint these These are like a leather material. The other shoes that I spray painted red were a cloth material. So let's see what the spray paint looks like on this material. I'm going to get a close-up on it. Okay, so for these, I'm going to tape the bottom. I didn't tape the other ones because them being blended with the red looked fine, but I don't want this to be changed. So I'm going to put some painter's tape on this part of the shoe and around here as much as I can and stuff it with paper and everything, and then I'll start spraying them. I would even keep them two-tone like this, but I don't want to because I want them to be all the same color, but this would work for me. I would wear these just like this. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. Alright, I'm gonna stop there and let these dry and come back and give a final look at them. You might think I'm crazy for this, but I'm getting ready to spray paint these white. Yeah, I am. I just ordered some red shoes on Amazon because I think I'm gonna hate these. Should try. I do kind of hate these, but I'm not done experimenting. So this is how they look right now, and I'm getting ready to spray paint them with some white flat paint by Rust-Oleum, and we're going to see what they look like after that. I don't have any white shoes, but I think I'm going to keep the bottom red. So I'm going to tape this off and I'm going to spray paint these white, and then I will be done with this. Alright, I did this one, and I have to say I'm very surprised about the coverage because I don't see any of the print through this. And I'm glad I'm doing this because I don't have any white shoes. I don't know if I said that already, but I don't have white shoes. I wear white once every 12 times a year, pretty much, for a particular event at my church, and that we do on a monthly basis. So I'm glad to have these now because the coverage is good. Let me do this side a little more and then I'll do the other one. Look at the difference. So let me just finish this one. The coverage is so good. Can't get over it. And I have some red shoes coming in the mail that I think I'm gonna like better. But I don't like white shoes, and I only wear them for this one occasion. So this will be ideal. Other one soaked in like cloth, and this one is like sticking to the outside. It's hard to tell, but okay, I'll come back and do a test. Here's these. This is after 3 coats of the paint. I actually really like how they look, and they look so vintage and old. I love it. So I'm gonna lace these up, and then I'm gonna style them. So I'm gonna show you. I mean, I've worn them before, of course, but just to finish everything off and to model them, we have to put an outfit together now, don't we? All right, so I'm gonna add the laces, and then I'll show you the white shoes once they're dry. If they don't come out okay as white, I'm just gonna toss them, because how many coats of paint can you really do on a shoe at that. So I like a little experiment, and I hope you enjoyed. Okay, and now one more update. I think it's going to be the last one. I think this might be a little too bright for me, so I'm going to try this paint. I only have a little bit left in this can, but it's vintage teal, and I'm going to try to cover over the shoes with this. So let's just see. Where did I even buy this from? I don't know if I can find this again. I've never seen it since I got it. Anyway, I'm gonna try to cover it. Let's just test it out and see what happens. Don't play with me. Do not play with me. The can doesn't want to spray anymore, but I think I got enough. I think I got just enough. These shoes are done now, and they are in a much more, for me, they're in a much more wearable color now. And the spray paint gave out on me. There was a little bit left in the can, but I think it sat too long, so it didn't really give like full coverage. You can probably tell right there. But because the color underneath is so similar, I just like how it looks. It has like a little see-through of the other color, just a little bit, and then only in certain areas. So it's covered mostly there. You can see a little speckle here, a little speckle here, but to me it looks nice. And then there's of course the damage from the shoe, which I can't do anything about, and I'm not going to try to find this paint anywhere. I'm just going to go with this because I just like how they look. So just to clean them up a little bit, I'm going to paint the bottom, especially this area here where you can see when you walk. But I am going to get the whole bottom, and I'm going to use this same leather paint that I used for my other shoes, but this is the color without mixing. And I'm just going to shake this up and paint the bottom of the shoe. And I'm not going to tape it off or do anything. I'm just going to try to keep the brush right in there, you know, and just kind of paint all this up down into here too, because why not? And then we'll go from there. It. Let this dry and then show you how everything looks. Okay, here these are nice and dry. Now look at the bottom. Watch. These are like new. Don't look at the inside. The inside will not matter. Don't worry about it. But nice. Bam. Hello? You cannot tell me this is not like a new shoe. Come on now. These were black before. Do y'all remember? Again, forget about this. Don't worry about that. That's not going to be seen. It's all about the look. And I'm leaving the heel tap just like that. And I'm going to put together an outfit with these coming up soon. Now let me put these to the side because I got to show you the white ones. The other one is drying because I already did what I'm about to show you on that one. It's outside. And this is what it looks like. Come on now. Again, the inside is not an issue. The outside is looking very, very good. Very, very good. For what it was, was a dyed shoe. This shoe was in boiling water. But yeah, I left the bottom like this. I'm just going to use this red paint to just even it out. Just a tiny bit. And I'm going to go across this part. Of course, this is going to get worn out. And the paint does not match perfectly. But it's on the bottom. No big deal. And then y'all going to think I'm real ghetto for this. But I am a little bit ghetto. So I'm going to use a Sharpie on the heel tab just to make it black. So I'm just color it in like this. Now I'll keep it. This is the same thing I did on the other shoe. Just a nice line. Don't go up too high and jeopardize getting this on the white part of the shoe, because we don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm gonna just do this all the way around to have a nice black heel tap. I like that. And then again, just regular paint. This is like acrylic paint that will wash off if it gets wet. But I'm not worrying about this part. I just kind of want to make sure I get this in, because this is not going to really see any water. But yeah, I got outfits coming for these, and the brown ones. So, oh, actually, I'm going to show you what these look like when I finish painting. And then we'll get to the reveals. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.